So this is me just remembering this game has a main story quest. Not all of these side quests have been super long, but you know, there's there's a good enough amount of substance to them for you to actually forget that, like, you know, that they're just busy work, I guess. I gotta ask, what is going on here? I'm outside of the Animus. I am on a computer, a laptop that was on a table next to it. Why does that face look so photoshopped into this? Like, what is this? It's good stories. Little stories here and there. Longer ones. You know, like an actual fucking game. It's like they actually put effort into this Assassin's Creed. Holy shit. It wasn't just a copy and paste of all the other ones. Oh my god. Could it actually be a good Assassin's Creed? But still not worth $60 because they put microtransactions and loot boxes in it? Oh, it is, but it's not worth 60. I'd say it's worth at least 40, to be honest. This is a great game, but the microtransactions and loot boxes definitely devalue it. I'm sorry. I don't care what anyone says. That's my opinion on it. I feel like this thing could have had this could be a great game, but it's being held back by microtransactions and loot boxes.
Shouldn't get too far from the cave. 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 Shouldn't get too far from the cave.
Everyone needs to follow the trend that makes the most money, Ubisoft. Not everyone needs to be an EA. Not everybody needs to be EA. But you know what? No, I take that back, Ubisoft. You're not EA. Just leave it at this game is not horrible. It's just such a shame that it has that microtransaction and loot box feel to it. No, I haven't actually looked at that stuff since that last video. I haven't looked at it at all. I haven't been reminded. I did do a fucking daily mission for I call him Kid Loot Box. I did a daily mission for Kid Loot Box, and I didn't have to see the loot boxes at any point. So, other than the fact that they're sitting there, I mean, I literally can completely ignore it. The store... My horse is just... Whoa, is part of his neck was missing? Was part of his neck just missing? I don't know if it was... Oh, man, I completely forgot what I was talking about because of the horse.
Hurry, men! We can't let these brazen raiders get away with this! The honor of Cressina Green depends on it! For Cressina Green! Keep a sharp eye out. Father loves that horse more than all the others we've raised.
Can you leave? Leave! Oh my god, no! I'm getting away from the horse. Jesus Christ.
So I've heard.
daily mission for him. And yeah, I never had to look at the goddamn loot boxes. I never had to see them. I never had to be reminded of them. I never even had to think about them. I haven't had to look at the store. I haven't had to think about the store. None of that. If you must be greedy and feed into that festering wound of the fucking game industry that it is, then you know what? I guess fuck it. Do it like the way Assassin's Creed did. Because if more games did this, I'd buy them, you know? This is why I stopped buying video games for so fucking long. I haven't bought like any new video games in so long. Just because they're so in your face and microtransaction loot boxy, I guess. I mean, I don't know, I can't remember if there's a store thing on the front page of the game when you start it up. If there is, I've ignored it completely, I guess. I haven't seen it, but you know, I just wanted to say it's not a bad game.
You are dead! Your life is mine! I have a son! Time to die!
It's not constantly trying to get you to buy loot boxes and microtransactions. It's not constantly reminding you.
Son of a... What are you doing? Clear the way.
It's not constantly reminding you about the fact that it has a store.
Indications of violence and bloodshed. I should investigate.
Yeah, this is what they want, though. This is exactly what they want. No, I can't leave it off just with yay, awesome, thank you, woo. I have to also mention the fact that this is exactly what the game companies want. They want us to be at that point where something like this is okay. This is the way that they made DLC and all that, you know? Horse armor. Fucking Oblivion horse armor. It was a big thing back then, but, you know, Assassin's Creed could add horse armor and it would be normal. Nobody would bitch. Nobody would say shit. Hell, I wouldn't even say anything. It would be fucking normal at this point, all because there's been so many egregious things when it comes to DLC and like stuff like horse armor that they made it normal, and that's what they do. They disgust us horribly, and then other people will come along and make it a little bit less disgusting, and it's okay then, because, you know, it's not the horrible disgustingness that it is, and the normal consumer sheep doesn't think about anything besides, ooh, game, Assassin's Creed, yeah. The people who really just, or anybody who's like a fanboy for the game. Like, I love the Assassin's Creed series. I've loved it since the first game. I mean, shit, again, I've been playing games since they were fucking Atari. I've been playing games since, I mean, I'm not as old as those games are, of course not. I was born around 1993. I didn't have I mean, I guess my family, we didn't have the money at the time for game systems and all that, so I used what I fucking got when I got a little bit older, and I was around it. Kindergarten, aftercare, daycare, and all that. They would have, the school I was at, they had Atari at the daycare I would go to, and I used to play that, and the computer had Pong. If you don't know what Pong is, then look it up. It's very fucking old. And I'm talking about, this was a black and white computer. That's how fucking old the computer was. It was black and white, and you had two choices of color for Pong. You could play the Pong with the white background screen with the bar and ball black, or you could play the black background screen with the white and white ball and white bar. And I like the black background screen the best. And I do, matter of fact, I have E.T. I have E.T. for Atari. That's the only game I still have. Well, I rebought. Because, you know, even back then I didn't have an Atari, but I did have a few games. I had friends that gave me them at some point, but I never got an Atari, so, you know. I sold them at some point. I probably traded them for Game Boy. That was what I had. Game Boy Color. No, I had the original non-Game Boy Color, and then I got the Game Boy Color, because I remember my mom had the Game Boy, and she gave it to me, and then the Game Boy Color was big when I was, like, in school and everything. So that's pretty much what it was like. That's how I started with gaming. It went from pretty much Atari, Pong, Game Boy Color, and I can't remember if it was the NES Super Nintendo. I can't remember what I played. I still have an N64. I still have a GameCube. Yeah, I still have a lot of the old systems. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. I mean, I'm trying to keep them, and I rebought a lot of most of them. I got my, well, it's a long story of what happened to my Xbox 360. I was hoping to keep that as a collector's piece as well, but fuck it, you know, shit happens.
What are you doing?
I'm just throwing out my estimation on what a normal sheep consumer is. Someone who hasn't been around for gaming that long, or at least hasn't played video games in the order. I mean, I haven't been around since the beginning. That's for damn true. I wasn't around since the start of games. I'm not trying to act like I'm some, you know, ultimate gamer, blah blah blah, super awesome. No one is as. I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm not trying to be the guy that's like, I'm the best at gaming because I've been around forever, you know. I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just stating that this is how long I have. This is my personal experience. This is like, you know, how I've seen it. I've seen gaming go from... Where did he come from? Did he just come out of nowhere? I'm gonna have to go back to see that. But again, I've seen gaming come from absolutely a ball in a bar in squares, pixels. That's the Atari. Yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of people know what Atari is, and then there are a lot of gamers who don't know what the hell Atari is. And yeah, I've seen gaming go from that, Game Boy Color, and then everything from there. That I've seen it. I watched it. I remember when internet was fucking dial-up, when you had to wait like 20 goddamn minutes just to use the fucking internet. I remember that. I remember like fucking tapes, or a VCR. I believe, I can't remember if it was called VCR. I remember that shit. I was around for all that shit. I've seen the changes that have happened when it comes to all this stuff. So, you know, DLC used to never be a thing. Microtransactions used to never be a thing. And loot boxes used to never be a thing. Games used to be released full with everything included, and they wouldn't try to sell you it extra. And no, there wasn't these things called time savers. There were cheat codes. Fucking cheat codes. Yes, there are still a lot of games that have cheat codes, but fuck, go back to like GTA, fucking GTA San Andreas, GTA Vice City. Up, up, down, down, left, right, right bumper, and all that. I can't even remember them anymore, but you know, fucking that shit. Fucking console commands in Skyrim. How long till Bethesda will fucking charge us for that? Like, I'm not I'm not saying these things because I don't like games. I'm saying these things because I'm like, you know, I was silent about it for so fucking long, but it's just like, fuck. I've watched... What the fuck is wrong with that child?
Whoa.
See, that's the thing. It's not like we don't have good games. It's not like this isn't a good game. This is a great game. But microtransactions, loot boxes. I mean, I guess it's perfectly fine that, you know, loot boxes are in the game and only purchasable through in-game, but at the same time, they found a way to make it so they can sell you them by having you buy in-game the game currency through their credit system, you know. There used to be a time where you didn't have to do that to get ahead in a game. If you wanted to cheat, you could cheat, and you could get all that shit without having to pay a company more money. Like, you people who defend this, you people who dislike videos and hate anyone who talks about this stuff and is tired of hearing about it, you are the fucking arrow. You're the arrow in this bow that the corporations want. They'll put out their corporate BS and PR, but they're the bow, and you're the arrow. You're the ones that are killing off anybody who talks against it or actually has anything to say. Like, you know, the people who don't want you to pay more money to get the things you want.
Whoa.
By Serapis, you did it! I cannot believe it! I was convinced we'd never see Saganagi or my son again!
I dealt with the bandits who stole her. I suspect they stole Saganaki on behalf of your blue rivals.
Gods bless them! We'll have to beat the blues in the races to teach them shame and humiliation. I hope you raise wearing the green, Baron.
I will do my best.
Fuck, dude, come on. Or females even, because there are a lot of female gamers out there, and oh no, some people are gonna need safe zones because I said that. It doesn't make sense, man. Gaming should literally be fun, an art, enjoyed by everyone, every race, every color, every gender, every sex, doesn't matter who you are, and you shouldn't have to pay more to enjoy that if you're one of those people who doesn't have the time to fucking do this stuff. It's people who say, oh, I don't have the time to fucking, you know, play a game, so I need to pay in order to advance myself in it. I have two arguments for that. There's one that's on your side, and there's one that's against your side. Again, going back to me playing games as long as I have, before, with games that didn't have cheat codes, you know what I did? when I had, like, you know, I'm thinking back to, what's the game? I don't even know if the game had cheat codes, but I never used them for it. Dead Space. Dead Space. When I was playing Dead Space, I literally was only able to play it maybe once a week. That's how much time I had to play Dead Space. You want to know what I did? Not Dead Space 3. No, not the one with the microtransactions where I had the option to pay more money to get ahead. You want to know what I did? And this is the same with every other game for that, but this is the only time I've ever been under a circumstance where I was only able to play a game once a week. What I did was, I would save the game and continue every time I had a chance to. And yes, maybe it sucked that it took me forever to get far into that game and actually get somewhere, but damn did I have fun every little chance I did get to play that game. You devalue games when you use cheats for them, and I kind of learned that with The Sims. I didn't really believe in that until I started playing The Sims, and I learned about the console commands in there where you can get all the monies and never work and make your house, you know, do whatever you want. But when you have everything in the game and you're already there, it gets really boring a lot faster than it does when you have to work for everything. It's really the same thing every time, except the newest one, EA decided to fucking bare bones the minimum with it. I had to spend at least $100 on DLC for that game to become fun. I was playing Sims 2 for the fucking longest before I was actually able to have fun on Sims 4. And it wasn't until I shelled out another $100 on The Sims 4 that it became fun. I was so fucking pissed off when I played that game for the first time. It had so little. Literally, I mean, The Sims 4, again, I have $100 worth of DLC on it now. So it's a good game. It's an okay, I guess, compared to The Sims 2 where everything's in it. But when they first released that game, it was so bare bones and stripped down. That was the day I wanted to do a video about the video games and how shitty they're becoming. Windows 10 is trash. It was just so atrocious. It was like, you know, it was like what EA does with loot boxes. It was like that. It's like you play the game and you're just like, I spent $60 on this. I just want to get at least how I feel out there because this is a great game. This game is actually pretty damn fun. I mean, it's really hard. It's really hard to say if it's worth 60 to 40. And, you know, I don't review games, first off. I mean, I did one review of a game that ripped me off a long time ago, back when Steam Greenlight was a thing. They ripped down all of my comments and everything. 30 Flights of Love, or Thirsty Flight, I can't remember what the fuck the name of that shit was. Either fucking way. Those motherfuckers took down my comments. They took down my review of the game, took down my comments, and they fucking posted a whole PR bullshit off of some other account saying, like, 3 pages on their fucking forum about how great the game was. Literally, and the worst part was they advertised the game as a first-person shooter. They fucking advertised it as a first-person shooter. Like, I'm not even gonna, no, fuck it, let's not. This game's great. I just wanted to say that. It's good. It made microtransactions and loot boxes okay. which is a damn shame because there was a time where we didn't have those in games, but I guess they're here to stay now. It just took them disgusting us and then making a game that's good and not forcing you to buy them or telling you constantly to buy them and reminding you of them to make them okay. Ah, man. I don't understand why. I just want to save people money. I just want to save money. I just want my free cheat codes again. I just want to be able to buy books, the cheat code books like back in the day where you would buy a book of cheats. Oh man, it used to be so great to fucking go to school and talk to your friends and be like, oh yo, you have the cheat codes for the new GTA? You got cheat codes for GTA San Andreas? Oh yeah man, I copied all of them. I wrote them here on a piece of paper for you. Like, that's something nobody is, like, you don't experience that anymore. That used to be such a great thing with games. That used to be so much fun. It's such a shame. I mean, the internet plays a part in destroying that, but it's not just that anymore. Now we're losing them to corporations. There was a time where games were released with all the content, not fucking, not DLC. There was a time where they did that, but now they're fucking doing this shit. Being okay with spending more money. Like, why? Why are you guys okay with spending more money? You could literally take that money and do anything with it. You could give it to a homeless person, and it would be better spent than fucking DLCs and microtransactions and loot boxes. Because, again, there was a time where you wouldn't have to pay for that. There was a time where loot boxes... I guess there was a time where they weren't even a thing. Again, games were released with all their content. Everything was there, and yeah, you used to be able to buy a game and get everything. And eventually they'll find another way to make more money off of video games. Like, that's the thing, it's just gonna continue. Like, Bethesda even. Fucking Bethesda. They got microtransactions with paid mods. If I can get them for free on the Nexus, they are paid mods. They were mods first. They are still mods now. And just because they added a few things that aren't mods doesn't make them not mods. You can't use a sales pitch of they can't be existing mods or content, already existing. And then do that. Like, some of it's stuff from older games. It's like, so you couldn't have just put it in the... I'm not going to say it again. I've already did a video about this. That's my whole thing. The corporations just want your money. Gamers that talk about this aren't trying to... it's not like we don't like these games. There's a reason we're mad. We like these games. We love these, like, franchises, I guess, is the best way to put it. If you call it a franchise with Assassin's Creed, I don't know if I really want to call it that. I think I'll just call it Assassin's Creed. I love Assassin's Creed, and a lot of people love Assassin's Creed, but at the same time, that doesn't mean we need to kiss Assassin's Creed's ass. But that's what gaming is. Loot boxes, microtransactions, they're here to stay. Cheat codes are a thing of the past. More money for what you used to get for free, like DLC and all that, is what gaming is. And eventually it'll become something new as well. As Assassin's Creed normalizes microtransactions and loot boxes, we can only imagine what's next in what we'll be charged for and nickeled and dimed in the world of gaming. Man, what if they started charging us like color? You could buy the game in black and white, or you could buy the game in color with the new Super Mega Extreme Bundle Deluxe Tortitos, Mountain Dew, Monster Energy, Red Lobster Special Deluxe Edition of the game for the low and easy price of $2.99.99. Because fuck you, give me money. What does it come with? Oh, well, the Super Mega Ultra Deluxe Red Lobster Mountain Dew Totitos Pizza Roll Awesome Deluxe Edition that comes in color, might I add you. The base game doesn't come in color. Comes with a full-sized statue, a statue the size of a deodorant, made entirely of plastic. It's extremely premium plastic, might I add. And it's painted premium paint. Premium paint. Comes with a nice printed map of the game as well. A nice little booklet, because, yes. What's inside the booklet, you ask? Oh, well, nothing. Nothing at all. It doesn't say it. Nothing at all. You get to write inside the booklet. Well, you don't like that? Oh, I'm sorry. Also have... Oh, hold your hats for this one. It also comes with... Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? It also comes with the iconic baseball cap. Oh yes, the iconic baseball cap. Yep, oh. You're excited for that one, huh? I just can't wait to see what the next thing is that they charge us for in video games. Atrocious thing in games that we used to get by buying the game, but now they want us to pay for it. I mean, I just have to wonder what it'll be. But I wanted to do at least one more video of Assassin's Creed to say it's a great game. It's really up to you whether or not you believe it's worth 60. Me personally, I'd say it's worth 40, since it has microtransactions and loot boxes, because that's free-to-play elements. It's not a bad game whatsoever. I mean, I don't review games at all, but if I scored this, taking into consideration the loot boxes and microtransactions, and remember, I'm scoring this while I'm picking my nose with my pinky finger. So, yeah, that's about how professional of a reviewer I am as I bounce into my microphone as I do this. I would score this about a, I'd say like a 8 out of 10. Definitely an 8 out of 10. If not a 10 out of 10 if it didn't have the microtransactions and loot boxes. That's the only thing that took away 2 points right there, because this is honestly a great game. It's very fun. Not horrible. And also, oh no, I take away 1 more point because of the RNG score-based loot system that makes it feel like I'm playing Destiny's Creed. I mainly keep talking because I don't know how to end the video.